I've known the work of Halil Altındere for quite a few years now, and when I learned that Turkey was going to be the special guest of ARCO this year, I thought that he was the perfect artist to represent the change of the Turkish art scene since the mid-90s. I think that obviously there's a link between his work and our discourse here at the museum. And I also was very interested in showing how this work has been introduced in a globalized world. The exhibition by Halil Altındere has three axes. One is obviously the most important, is how we present his work and how he deals with this complex reality, how he deals with this complex world that we still don't have the rules to understand how is this new order that we are submitted to, but he gives us some hints of how to do that. We have some ways to understand what's going on in this complex world that we are in front of. I think the very new work that he is presenting in this exhibition, that is the monument of the illegal street vendor, shows a bit this idea. We see probably an African man who is trying to sell some fake bags, probably in the streets of Istanbul, but they are bags that are designed in Milano. They are supposedly probably manufactured to be sold to rich people from the Western or the Westernized world, but they are faked in Southeast Asia, and finally they end in the hands of almost everybody in the world. So I think this is a good way of approaching to his work. We don't have still the rules to understand the new geopolitical order that we are in front of. So that's the very first part of the exhibition. A second part is precisely how his work, ironic, reflective, very, very conscious of the work and the object that he's developing, because he is an artist in terms of generating and creating works of art, how he inserts those works in a globalized world. We are showing the project that he did for the Sharjah Biennial some years ago, in which he reacted locally to something that is extremely visible there, and is the portrait of the ruler of Sharjah, the sheikh, in the front of the museum and the entrance of the museum. And that has been included also in his discourse and in a way used to give a second reading and a third reading that is also here. We are also showing another work that he developed for Documenta. We are seeing in fact the two works. One is the work that he intended to do, that was his 15 minutes of freedom, and then the other work that is the first part of the Mesopotamian trilogy, that is the work that eventually was shown in Documenta when the first work was impossible to do. And finally, the third point of the show is to introduce to Madrid public, to introduce them to the Istanbul art scene via Halil. Of my little knowledge of the Istanbul art scene is that Halil has played quite a key role in developing the local scene, putting people in touch, developing relationships, being an axis around which he has created a network of people that has been very active and are the reason for the success of Turkish art in the last 15 years. He has been a publisher, he has been a curator, he has been a very active person as an artist, and all of that we are showing to our public. The work of Halil obviously is inserted in a museum that has a very strong program both in solo and group shows. At this same moment we are showing a group exhibition entitled Pop Politics, Activisms at 33 Revolutions. And I think it's a very interesting link, because one of the works, the very new video that he has developed for this exhibition, also uses music to be a kind of political standard. for us it's very important that the whole range of ideas that we develop and we start are linked one to the other. I think that now they are very linked. In terms of our location and the kind of institution that we are, that's also very important for us. Maybe Halil is not the kind of artist that will deal directly with our environment. I mean, in terms that C2M is a museum that's a bit off Madrid. I mean, you have to travel to get here. You need at least half an hour to get here. So maybe that's a question of the relationship of our public with the exhibition, in terms of the time they spend here, the videos they will watch. Once you are here, you want to see all the videos and you want to read all the texts. That's true, and that works very well for us. So in that sense, I think this exhibition works very well because it allows you to have an insight on Halil's work and via Halil a bit on the Istanbul art scene in a single visit to the museum. I think that in terms of reading reality, I mean, his work can be very enlightening in Spain now, because he's never directing in a very clear or direct way to politics, but he's using all kind of metaphors, all kind of personal and emotional relationships, and also he's being very ironic, and irony, as you know, needs complicity. And I think that that's the key of how art can be effective politically. In the work of Halil, it's very clear how that operates and how powerful irony can be to achieve these goals. After the financial crisis of 2008, we still haven't found the new drawing of this world, the new map to understand it. I think we'll never find it. But maybe art and museums can help a bit to that search.